What's up? I'm Molly from Knoxey, and you're watching Raw and Center.
You left the light on again inside the kitchen. My pain displayed in the dirty sacks of the dishes. It keeps me up.
All right, so guys, welcome back to Raw and Center, where we have a wonderful, awesome artist that we fought long and hard for
Oh my God, don't
on the
even start.
technical side to get on here. A wonderful, wonderful artist. So this is Molly from Knoxey, and we're super excited. We've been trying to orchestrate this for a long time, and we've
Oh
been
my gosh,
so
yes.
excited now that the internet gods finally allow us
I mean, we
to
kind
freaking
of
talk.
we kind of cheated a little bit, but I mean, hopefully this. I know it'll all turn out well, but oh my gosh, it's been so hard to get in contact with you. My goodness, first in
Yes,
LA, and
yeah.
now this. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been wild.
But we're doing whatever we can. So
Yes, I'm happy to finally be connecting with you guys.
Aw,
yeah.
thank you. And real quick, for those of us who don't know, what is your genre of music?
Oh my gosh. So I don't even really know how to answer this because I feel like everyone has their own opinions of genres and like what something sounds like. So the influence for Noxy is definitely a genre called Midwest-Emo. But I don't know if it's quite like Midwest-Emo fully. There will be people arguing in the comments and stuff. So I would say, yeah, that's our influence is Midwest-Emo, but it also has some like hardcore influence, like post-hardcore, like some like melodic hardcore. So I don't know. It's whatever people say it is. Emo.
Yeah.
Emo. That's so cool.
Yes.
Well, I was able to listen to your music when he first came out and told me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, I love that we have like Midwest emo. I never even knew that existed. That's why I'm saying that, because I was like, and then I started listening to it. I'm like, the guitar, everything that makes Midwest emo is incredible. And your voice is like the cherry on top of like ice cream, you know? It's great. And so what inspires you to actually make music?
Yeah, so what inspires me to make music? I would say I've always been like a deep feeler and like a deep thinker. Some people will call me dramatic. I hate that. But I think like I feel things big. Even if it's like good or bad, it's like if I'm happy, I'm super happy. If I'm down, I'm sad about something, I'm super sad about it. Like I've always been that way. I just feel things like really big. And so since I was a little kid, music has became the one thing that it's like the one space that's big enough to hold all of these big emotions, you know? Um, so even as a kid, like I would write in a diary and my sister would find it and make fun of me or whatever. I had like a little journal. So I've always been that type, like to journal and write. And then when I started making music, you know, when I was a teenager and like getting into bands and stuff, I was like, this is where it's at, you know. Yeah, so that's what inspired me to kind of make music. It's just a place to put big feelings. Um, and that's kind of how I got back into music. I was crashing out so bad. I was like having the crash out of my life and kind of like an identity crisis. And like, I don't know, felt really lost. And because I had taken a really long break from music. But that's kind of what prompted me to start this. I started writing music just as a place to hold my emotions, hold like things I wanted to say. I didn't intend for it to be what it is now. It was kind of just like a therapeutic thing for me. So yeah, that's kind of the birthplace of Noxy is I was just writing because I felt insane, and here we are.
That is beautifully said. And I love that how you say that you feel things big. And lyrically, especially, we hear that, we see it, we read it, we sing along to it. From the very first moment that you and I we met on one of my TikTok live streams, I believe the first song that you showed me was Blue Telecaster. And at the time, you only had Blue Telecaster out and Cryptology of the Cryptic Apology out before your amazing EP, and then your freaking single that is on fire, Everyone's Listening, which I'm just like head banging my head the whole time. Don't ask
Aw,
me how I drive and headbang at the same time, but I do.
it's dangerous.
Just a little bit.
It's like sneezing and driving. You don't want to do that.
And I know you kind of explained that you go to this space to write it all down. What is your creative process? If you could go a little bit deeper, what does your creative process look like? Do you begin with just an emotion? Does a sentence come into your onto your paper from your journal? What does that look like?
So I have a notes app on my phone. Well, I mean, if you have iPhone, you have a notes app. But my notes app is like my journal. Like it is a scary place. So anytime I like feel something or think something or like something inspires me, I come up with like a cool line, I will type it into my notes app. And so I will reference that when I'm writing a song. Usually, how that looks is I have a track in front of me, and I will just play the track, see how it makes me feel, um, and see if anything like comes up. Sometimes I will just come up with lines on the fly, like when I'm listening to the song, like it and the emotions that it evokes. And that's really how Blue Telecaster came about. Like a lot of that song was written by me just hitting record and like freestyling over the song. Because I tend to do that like to get melodies. And sometimes I'll just say stuff that's like, it just comes out, it's just natural. And so, yeah, a lot of Blue Telly was like that, and Cryptology was like that as well. Um, but there are times when I'll listen to a song, I'll see how it makes me feel. I'll type a bunch of stuff in my notes app, like things that it made me feel, or like I'll reference things that I already had in there. So it just kind of depends on like how I'm feeling at the time. It depends on the song. Yeah, but usually if I'm like feeling super strongly, it just pours out. Like I don't even really need to like look in my notes app. It's like a journal.
I mean, a journal's very
Yeah,
personal. So, have you
yeah.
ever written like lyrics that are what you're living in now? Like, do you write them down, and have you sang any of those lyrics?
Yeah, so actually a lot of my lyrics are inspired from personal experiences. I I struggle with trying to write stuff that is not super personal to me, which honestly bothers me because it's like I'm literally putting my diary out there, That's what it feels like sometimes. Like whether it's past stuff or present stuff or things that I'm thinking that I don't want people to know that I'm thinking, it's out there. But I think that's kind of what makes it cool. Like that's what makes this genre cool and like this style of music cool is that it's very raw and honest and that's why I connect with music. So I don't know. I don't want to be just like singing about I don't know, like what does Sabrina Carpenter sing about? Like
Espresso.
that's that me espresso. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that me espresso.
I mean, it is catchy though.
Yeah.
I know, no shade to her. I love Sabrina Carpenter, but I can't do it. I just doesn't come out that way.
Who are your musical heroes that inspired you to write and influence your music?
So I grew up listening to Alanis Morissette. She's very like raw and like uh, I don't like if you look at her lyrics, they're so honest that it's almost like she's embarrassing herself. Like the kind of things that she says, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that? But that's the kind of stuff that people connect to. Because it is super personal and like I don't know, I just think that's so cool. Like I still struggle with that to an extent, like being perceived and like putting like super raw stuff out there. But that's what I strive to do, just because I think it's so cool, and I think it's important to like put out there that like I am a flawed human and it's okay to be flawed, and like people connect with that, you know. I love that. Yeah, so Alanis Morissette, she's one of my she's my goat.
Has it changed over the years, or has it been mainly her as a core?
I would say she's like the core influence, but there's a lot of like other bands and artists that also inspire me. There's a band called No Bragging Rights that I took a lot of like vocal influence from. Like my screams are very like melodic hardcore, almost like yells instead of like a scream. And I think that's a lot of like that melodic hardcore influence that I kind of took from. So yeah, there's a lot here and there. But Alanis Morissette is definitely a core. Like I just grew up listening to her. My dad listened to her. So yeah.
You talk about, sharing that message that it's okay not to be okay. I had seen a TikTok of yours introducing and the band members of Knoxey. And in one of the slides, you said that you had started this off as an internet project. So, at what point did you go from, or what moved you into the direction of this being an internet project to now pursuing it professionally?
That's a great question. So yeah, so I was writing songs just in my little small town with two guys. I was trying to start a band, and it was really hard. Like it's so hard to find musicians when you live in a small town. And I was writing music with these two guys, and it took us 7 months to write one song. And I was losing my mind because like I really wanted to make music, and I was like, I need to get these feelings out. So I started making music on the side with a producer on the side of like this band that was trying to start. So I just started making music on the side by myself, and that's where Cryptology came about and Cocktails for Julia. And I had showed these guys that I was writing with. I was like, "Oh, check out these songs that I made." And like on the side, you know. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, these are really cool. You should record these." And then so then I was like, "Okay, maybe I will record them." So then I went into the studio to record, and then the studio engineer was like, "Oh my gosh, these are really cool. Like you need to do something with these. Like you need to start a band." And then I met Pablo, who is now my guitar player. He was my bass player, but he moved. So Pablo's my now guitar player, but he was working with me in the studio, and he just wanted to be a part of it because he thought it was cool. And then he brought in the drummer, and I honestly thought these were all just going to be fill-in musicians to like play the EP release show, because I was playing a show for the We'll Pretend It's Okay, which is our first EP. We were putting on a show for that EP release. So I just thought like a lot of these musicians were coming on just to like play the show, but they stayed. So the drummer, he was brought on by Pablo, and then I was taking guitar lessons at the time, and my guitar teacher was like, I want to be a part of this because I was having him help me with my songs. Like, um, he was like, this music is really cool. I want to be a part of it. So then he was part of the project. And yeah, I just kept meeting people who were like, this is dope. Like, I want to be a part of this. And so that's really how it happened. And like my whole life, I had, while like I'd been pursuing music, but I always had this like thing in the back of my head that was like, it's not a career, you know. Part of that was my parents being like, you need a real career, or like you need a yeah, yeah. And so at this point in time, I'm a nurse. Like I've already been through school and I have this career now. So it's like, why not just pursue this like full fledged, like go all out, put like my nursing money towards this, like whatever I have. And if it doesn't work out, whatever, I have a career to fall back on. So I don't know. I'm in this place now where I'm like, let's just full send. And then we have all these like people who want to be a part of it. So yeah, it's just like, why not, you know?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I heard you said Pablo moved to be a guitar player, and all I thought was she needs a bass player. I'm a bass player, by the way.
Yes, we need a bass player.
Oh, dude.
Sorry, dude, I'm out. Like,
I'm out. Yeah.
no, that's crazy. That's crazy how your journey has taken you through all these things, but it sounds like it's all been able to just like puzzle pieces just fitting in at the right time. It kind of like kind of makes you push towards it more since you're starting to see it work out over time, you know. That's incredible. Um and obviously like during that journey, like there's obviously it's not perfect, so it does get hard. And I guess my question would be like, what would be the hardest part um of the journey in the music industry that you've done?
Being perceived, I struggle with that so bad. That's why I really look up to people like Miley Cyrus because I just feel like I look at her and I think she does not care what people think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know her, so maybe she does, but from the outside, it's like she just seems like she just does her own thing and like she's totally herself and she doesn't care what people think. And that's something that I struggle with. Like even making TikToks, I post on TikTok every day, pretty much every day. And every time I make a post, it's like I cringe a little bit. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like thinking about like all these people who are gonna see it and what are they gonna think and yeah, I don't know. And then also like what are people gonna think of my songs, you know? And what if they don't like them? It's just this weird thing that you kind of have to accept that not everyone's gonna like you and not everyone's gonna like your art and there's going to be people who have stuff to say about it and that kind of sucks, but yeah, that I think that's been a real struggle and I'm sure it is for a lot of artists.
Well, in hopes to kind of uplift you a little bit, I'm one of I fall in the percentage of those who actually enjoy your music, that I go as far as not only do I play it, but I'm wearing merch. I don't know if they can see that on the
Yeah,
camera. Um,
sick
Yeah.
shirt.
the bracelet too, which is freaking phenomenal. I do get occasionally poked by the thunderbolt, but it's a nice little,
It's a little
yeah,
jab, you know. It's like,
It's a
ah.
yeah,
weapon. Yeah.
a little.
I know. I'm like, hopefully we don't get sued. Somebody's gonna like get
I
stabbed
just love
and
when you were like saying like makes me cringe a little bit, and all I thought was like, oh, she gives herself the ick.
yes,
That's
I do.
crazy.
Oh my gosh. I have to like not watch my TikTok videos back. And like we did another interview like this and I have not watched it. I can't. I'm like I will not sleep for a week if I watch it. Like just replaying things that I said and yeah, I give myself the ick for sure.
That's this guy over here.
Honestly, like, I relate to that when we do, like, I'd make our smaller clips, and man, there's just some times where I'm like, I breathed so weird here, but I can't cut it. It leads into whatever footage pops up next. And I'm just like, okay, publish. But I do actually find your TikToks very entertaining, very informative, and you're just so creative. And you said about how people, that one of the most difficult things is how people may perceive you, and then going into that mental world of how will they without ever knowing concretely for the most part. What I do love from that, though, is I see that you kind of empower yourself by taking a hold of the what if they don't like me, or what if they throw like hurl insults at me, and you use that to make fun of yourself, and it's great content. One of the main ones that caught my attention was
Yeah,
when you said when you mentioned sounding like Tommy Pickles. And
Yeah.
I'm a huge Rugrat
he
fan,
is
huge.
huge.
And like I got the Funkos, I got the hoodies. So when I saw that, I'm like, dude, that is amazing. To be called a Rugrat is such a compliment. You took what was meant to be like an insult hurled at you, and you turned that into freaking gold. So I just want to, give credit where credit is due, in that aspect. And yeah.
Thank you so much. It has taken me time to learn that because when I first started like this journey on social media, okay, this is so embarrassing, but I started as a chicken influencer. Like I have chickens, like a farm. Yeah. So actually, so so actually the Knoxey account started as a chicken account. Like if you go all the way back to our first video, like you'll see like I left one of the chicken videos. But yeah, so it started as a chicken influencer account and like along this journey of being on social media and posting, I've kind of learned how to deal with the negative comments or like the haters and stuff. It took me a while. Like I used to fight them back sometimes, but it's like you get nowhere. Like they like it when you do that, right? They like it when you're like upset and worked up and so I've kind of realized that the best thing that you can do is agree with them and laugh with them and like I don't know, just use their comments as like fuel for more videos and yeah. So I have fun with it now. I used to not, but now I'm like, yes. Another fun and like the Tommy Pickles one I thought was so funny because I'm like, that is actually true. Like I do sound like Tommy Pickles. I hear it. Yeah, someone there was a I did a Hot Mulligan cover and someone said I literally thought this was Hot Mulligan AI Tommy Pickles and I was like that is that is so funny.
They're so funny and so memorable. The other one that pops up into my head is walking in my skinny jeans because shorts aren't emo, or melting in my jeans because shorts aren't emo. And I was like, this is so true.
Genius. Yeah.
So it's so relatable as you know. I think an emo at heart now, because it gets way too hot for me, girl. I don't know how you do it. But yeah, it's so true and so relatable, and you create moments that are memorable. And speaking of memorable, I know you've did some amazing shows. The most recent one that I had heard was one for a venue. I believe it was like a record store that was closing their doors. I wanted to ask you, what's the most memorable live performance that you've given?
Well, we just did one that's memorable in like a not great way. I was like, I'm gonna have trauma. It was literally, it just happened on Tuesday. I was like, I'm gonna have trauma about this for like a couple years. I'm never gonna stop thinking about this show. Um, so I'll use a bad one and a good one. So Tuesday we played a show at this venue, and none of us could hear each other, and we played so bad. So we started out good. We had two songs that were like perfect. I was like, wow, we sound amazing. And then the sound person, like who they were standing in the audience with an iPad, like I could see them. And then they disappeared. And then all of a sudden I couldn't hear myself anymore. And like I couldn't hear our lead guitarist. And apparently the other guys like couldn't hear as well. Like our drummer said he couldn't hear anyone. And so we played a Hot Mulligan cover. Because Hot Mulligan, they are like big in this genre and they do really well, like when we play their covers at our shows. So we played a Hot Mulligan cover and we remixed the hell out of it, like not on purpose. Um, I thought my guitarist was going into the wrong part. Um, I think he like started the lead a little early, or maybe I just couldn't hear him. So I was trying to follow the guitarist, like what I could hear, and because you don't want to just stop. That makes it so much more obvious. So I'm just following where they're going, and apparently the drummer was following me, and then so like both the guitars were like playing something different. I was singing something different. The drummer was playing with. It was so bad, and then like we made it through the song thankfully, and then I was just like remix and like just like trying to cover up for our mistake. And what's crazy is someone in the audience was filming it. It was the drummer for one of the other bands. He like yeah, he filmed the clip of it and sent it to the drummer of Hot Mulligan. But afterwards I was like, you better unsend that. And he was like, I think I clipped it like right when you guys started to remix it. So I was like, okay. But yeah,
I would have been like, you guys know this song.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Like, here,
Or
you
next time.
sing.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. I got this feeling.
I got.
That's hilarious. I've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
And it's so embarrassing because you're just like melting inside. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, and it's like there's nothing that you can do besides like keep going because if you stop, it makes it so much more awkward and embarrassing. So we powered through it and butchered the hell out of that song.
It was that one of your worst or one of your best?
Oh, that was our best. That was definitely our
That
best
was the
though.
best one,
Um,
right?
that was the worst. And then my best. So this was when I didn't have a band. It was just me. But I used to post YouTube covers. It was like back in the day when that was like a huge thing. Like YouTube was the like TikTok. And so I used to post YouTube covers like screaming and stuff. And there was this band called No Bragging Rights that I loved. They were my favorite band at the time and I posted a cover of theirs and the lead singer saw it and he commented on it and he was like, "Are you going to be at our show like in your city?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you want to sing on our song like feature like at the show?" Yeah. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." So I showed up to the show and then he came and found me like right before and we had already like figured out which parts like I was gonna sing and which parts he was gonna sing, you know. Um, and then he found me and he was like, "Hey, like security is really tight at this show, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to get on stage, but he's like, if you can make it on stage during this song, then I will hand you the mic." And so I was by myself at the show. I didn't have any friends, and I like pushed my way to the front of the stage, and yeah, I pushed my way to the front of the stage, and there was like two big guys next to me. I like positioned myself in between these two big guys, and as soon as that song came up, I like pushed myself on stage. I like used them to like push myself up, and then he sees me and he hands me the mic, and he walked away. So I did like the whole rest of the song. Yeah, I did the whole rest of the song by myself, and it was a huge show, like packed, wall to wall people. And then for like months after that, like people were recognizing me, like, "Hey, you were that girl that was on stage at No Bragging Rights." It was crazy. I was like, "This is so awesome." Yeah, so that was a cool moment.
I just
Wow.
for some reason I picture her like going up and like punching people in the face. And then
Yeah,
after like months later, this guy's like, "You made me lose my tooth."
yeah, yeah. You owe me dental
You
work.
know me. I know who you are. That's incredible. Those were great stories. I love that. Um, During all that, obviously, when you're singing and everything like that, whether it be on the stage or on YouTube or TikTok, uh, and you're trying to make people feel what you're feeling, what do you want them to feel when they listen to your music and when you're performing?
Yeah, so I try not to like tell too much about what my songs are about. Maybe just give like a vague idea because I like people to be able to make their own connections. Like when I was in the studio with Pablo for the first time and we were recording We'll Pretend It's Okay songs, he used to ask me like what the songs are about. And then he stopped because he was like, "I want to make my own connections." And I thought that was so cool. And I'm like, that is so real. It's like even if I were to tell, like, if I were to tell someone what my song was about and they had like made their own connection to it or their own meaning, it kind of ruins it, you know? So I kind of want people to feel whatever the song makes them feel. But overall, like I said, I want people to see like the honesty, if anything, and like the rawness and be able to relate to the idea of like we are all human and it's okay to be human and to be learning from your mistakes and to be imperfect and I that's like one of the things I love is that when people like leave comments on our videos and stuff saying, "Oh, your song helped me," you know, I love that. So I just want it to make people feel how they want it to make them feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Just like raw emotion.
Yes. That's why we're called Raw and Center, because it's raw, you know?
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, and I love that you leave that
Door open.
that you leave that door open for not only interpretation but also relatability. Because there are many times where I listen to your lyrics and I wonder, what does she mean? But then there's other times where I hear those same lyrics as I'm playing it in my car, and I think of a situation that I've been in. Like, especially when you say it's so hard to pretend when everyone's listening. I'm like, I've been there before, and all of a sudden I'm attaching my own personal experience, and now I'm singing along, but I'm in that world, and it's all made possible because you leave that door open, which is amazing. And um how how do you hope that your music will be remembered?
Um, there's this saying that's like, people won't remember what you wore, people won't remember, this and that. They'll just remember how you made them feel. And I think that's kind of how I want people to, walk away with Knoxey music. I just want them to remember how it made them feel. And I think that's like the core of music, right? Is that it can evoke so many different emotions and nostalgia and um yeah, so I think that's the main thing.
That's great. That's awesome.
That's so beautiful. And before we forget, before because I've
He's gonna
almost
forget.
completely
He's gonna
forgot.
forget.
Where does the word Noxy come from? You are the first person to ever even utter anything close to those words, in my opinion.
Can I get?
I've never looked it up.
I have an idea.
I've been waiting to ask you. You have an idea?
I feel like I know where it comes from because she said she was from a chicken. She was raising chickens, and all I think about is Kentucky Fried Chicken, and Kentucky has Fort Knox in it. Knoxy.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's my interpretation of the name.
Nailed it. That's exactly it.
What?
No, I'm just
Oh God!
Like
you had me.
Oh God, I get an award for that.
Moya's like, what?
It's like, yeah,
It comes
chickens.
from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Knox is technically supposed to be my last name. I never changed my last name when I got married. So I kept my my what is it called? Maiden name? Yeah. So my husband's last name is Knox, and I wanted to make him feel like he was a part of this because this was like a new world for him, you know? And he didn't know me as Music Molly when he met me. He knew me as Nurse Molly, nursing student Molly, and he knew that it was a part of my past, but it wasn't something that I was doing when we met. And so it was like very new for him and different. And I don't know, I just wanted to make him feel like he was a part of it. So I came up with Knoxy.
That is so touching. I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
cry right now.
I'm gonna go tell my wife to make
Let's change
to
the
name
podcast
something
name.
after me. Yeah,
We have to at this point. No, but that is so
Sweet,
beautiful.
yeah.
I love the symbolism. I feel a lot more connected to the merch when I wear it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not just wearing it for
Aw.
this episode. I don't know if you've seen, I wear it for my live streams. I wear it. I wear it proudly.
Mm.
I try to wear the bracelet whenever I can, because I believe in your music. I believe in you from the moment that we first met, and seeing your evolution musically from having those two singles to bringing out that EP to everyone's listening to some more songs that you've teased on TikTok that I'm super stoked about. Um, and now I felt like a part of my heart kind of like sealed Noxy in it now.
Aw.
So
That's so sweet.
yeah.
Here's a quick question. Has your husband been to your shows?
Yeah, he goes to the shows. He actually does merch usually if he's at a show.
Hey.
So yeah, so
Merch.
he'll be sitting at the merch table. But yeah, it's been a cool way to kind of like, because marriage is hard and like we've had our struggles, and it's been a cool way to like kind of connect and like bring him into my world. So if he had his chance to get me on the golf course, he'd probably do it. I'm like, I'll sit in the golf
you
cart.
should you should make a music video. Your next one should be at the golf course. Your next music video.
That's actually a good idea. That would be cool,
Oh
like
my
Yes,
driving
gosh.
around in a cart.
exactly. And have him as like a cameo in the back, just trying to be like the ball washer or something.
I love that idea. That's actually a really good idea.
I like it. I would totally watch it.
I'm stealing that idea.
Since we're talking about your shows and everything like that, do you have anything upcoming? Do you have any tours? Do you have any new music like he mentioned that are gonna drop soon? What do you have for us? The people want to know.
Yes. Yeah, so oh my gosh. So we've been working on an EP. So there's this band called Ben Quad. They're like a really cool like Midwest-Emo band. And their co-producer, his name is CJ Cochran. He had just worked on their most recent EP. He found a TikTok cover that I did, and
Oh
he
my gosh.
commented on it and was like, would love to work with you. Like I did the Ben Quad EP, or like I worked on the Ben Quad EP. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that band. So we have been working with CJ. It's mostly just been me and CJ. Um, yeah, but he wrote some incredible, incredible songs. And we've been writing together on them. It's been a co-writing situation. So we have an EP coming out with him. He did Everyone's Listening. So that's one of his songs. And then we have one coming out next week, actually. It's called Falling in Love with Front Yards. It's so good. Like some of the best lyrics I've ever written. Yeah,
Wow.
falling in love with front yard. So we're putting that out next week, and then these songs are going to be part of an EP that we'll release probably later this year, like October or so. And then we also got reached out to by another producer who found one of my covers.
My
He
God.
produced some of the Hot Mulligan stuff, which is like one of our favorite bands, and a couple other like really great Midwest emo bands. He's kind of like a staple producer in the Midwest emo community. And his name is Gary Sione, and we are going to be flying out to New Jersey, and we've been writing songs as a band for this. And you probably see clips of that on our TikTok with the really twinkly stuff. My lead guitarist Cedar, he's our twinkle bot. So I'm really excited. I'm so excited about that. So that EP will be coming out next year, but we'll be heading
Ooh.
to New Jersey to work with him in the fall. So yeah, just a lot of writing and releasing music. We're hoping to get some tours going next year. So we'll kind of get out of our little small town, but yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of exciting things. A lot of
Wow.
exciting things. Hmm.
You're gonna be so busy.
Yes, I
Your
have
chickens are
been.
gonna
I'm
be
like,
sad.
I know. Well, Kyle has been doing a great job. Kyle's my husband. He's a great chicken dad, so he can hold it
Hey.
down. Yeah,
Shout out to all the chicken dads. You guys are amazing.
Yes.
the chicken dads.
They
Yeah,
gotta start
couldn't do it
a
without
club
you.
now. Hey,
Chicken Dad
that's what she
Club.
should. That's what she should name her like fans.
The fan base, the
The
chicken club.
Cluckers or something.
The Cluckers.
I'm giving you too many ideas. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I'm gonna take all of them and run with
She's like,
them.
right. You get that. You write it down.
Yeah, they're all gonna be in my notes app. I've
Yeah,
been typing them as we go.
She's gonna make a song about us.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
They're
my
in my notes. I have to.
like
I have
Oh my
to.
gosh.
It was traumatizing, no.
thank you so much for being so not only patient with us
Oh my
with our
gosh,
technical
yes.
difficulties, but also for taking time out of your day to be here with us, for sharing some really awesome, even personal things with us, with the world, because we do know that the world will hear Knoxey. So
Mm.
coming from a small town, you're going to be making big waves, as you already are. And we're so happy, we're so honored to be what we feel is like we're like the OGs of this massive movement that is to come. So
Oh, thank you so much. I love what you've been doing. Like I think it's so cool and it's essential because it's so hard as a smaller musician, like a
Mm.
smaller artist, smaller band. Like it's so hard to get heard, and that's the main struggle is like trying to get people to listen. And so what you do is so cool. So thank you so much for what you guys do. It's awesome. Like we need you. We need you
Aw,
here.
thank you. That's awesome. Hopefully, the next time we see you, we can actually do a podcast in person, an interview in person,
I want to see a show.
and see a show.
I've seen
please.
clips of the shows, and I just close my eyes after I watch it. And I imagine what it's like to be there. You know, hearing the twinkly guitars in person. Like I've never been to a Midwest-Emo show ever. I would love to have yours be the first one.
Yes.
Because I already know the words. Like, let's go.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. As long as we don't totally remix a song, it's great. It's great.
Who's on the iPad?
Yeah, I'll hand you the mic when we screw up. I'll be like, here, Moy, help.
I just love picturing in my head when you're just like remix.
I have to like pre-think of what I'm gonna say during like in between songs because I say weird stuff like that and like sometimes I embarrass my band members and there's stories about it on our TikTok. And so yeah, I kind of like try to like filter myself a little bit and like have pre things to say, but sometimes you can't always do that, you know? You just gotta roll with it and I don't know, make light of the big screw ups, I guess.
I think everything, the way that you talk, I love it because it's so genuine and you feel comfortable when you talk to you. Like we're complete strangers, and the first thing I feel is like, oh, she's a normal person like me.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, yes.
And you're super funny. Like I love that you're super funny.
Tell my band that.
Very lucky. Your husband's very lucky.
Ah, thank you. I'm gonna tell him that. Like they said I'm hilarious.
Yes. Yes. Be like, you see that? You show the chicken. You see that? Hilarious. Okay.
Hilarious. You need to laugh at my jokes more. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
You're so witty. So funny.
Oh my gosh. And for all of the amazing people watching this, where can they find you?
So we are chronically on TikTok. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. TikTok, Instagram, we have a Facebook. I am not good at posting on there. I just remembered when I just said that, I was like, wow, I haven't posted on Facebook in like weeks. That's Spotify, duh, Spotify and Apple Music. Listen to our music. What the heck? Screw the TikToks. Listen to our music. And YouTube. We have some music videos that I paid a lot of money for, and they have like 200 views. So watch them.
Ooh.
Let's bring them up.
We'll share them like crazy.
Let's go. Raw Army. Let's go.
You got 2 more views from us.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, we've already seen them, so never mind.
2 more on top of those.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm like, I'll just stick to iPhone footage for now.
Oh my god.
I don't have the budget for that.
I mean, it's close, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Good quality.
don't worry, we've been kind of resorting to iPhone more and more
Oh yeah.
as time goes on. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. But yeah, thank you so much for all of your time.
Yes, thank
Molly,
you.
you've been amazing. Guys, please check out Knoxey across all platforms. You can check out all of their social media down in the description below. And we're just super excited to bring to you guys. If you haven't heard Knoxey, what are you waiting for? Check them out. They've been amazing. They will continue to be phenomenal in the Midwest-Emo scene. I promise you, I guarantee you, I would not be wearing this shirt if I didn't fully believe in all of this that we're saying right now. So thank you guys. Thank you, Molly, so much. We appreciate you. And guys, as always,
Keep
keep
it
it
raw.
raw.
Keep it raw.